Looking philosophy and gossip rags, spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of, it's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. Don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This is a rivalry game that always gets the blood pumping, both on the field and in the stands. One of the great division battles in the NFC. They've met once already this season. We'll see what kind of fireworks are in store for us here in Game 2.
It's the Falcons going up against the Saints.
With that, let's get you out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. First and 10, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, here's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Jordan Hicks played inside and outside linebacker while in college. He'll do the same in the NFL and make a lot of plays in doing so.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterback, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
We've got a 3rd and 11. From his end zone, it's Breeze on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that brings up 4th down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. 3rd and long, it's Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose #1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Now Breeze on third down. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. The Wildcat to Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Eluding, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fielded at about the 28. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this big time.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, They were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D looking like they may blitz. One receiver left, two to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Christine Michael, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This will be taken short. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. 3rd down and 12. third down. Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect at setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 21.
Breeze now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. In motion goes the tight end.
Hey, easy. Hey, alert 3.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan going for the deep ball. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break. What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As a defender, you're eager to be involved in every play. So when the action goes away from you, a lot of times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender staying home and taking care of his responsibilities.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 15 yards there for number 15.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Snead, the receiver, in motion left. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On second down, here's Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now Breeze. has lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now it's Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Nick Fairley. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Now, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here, a 1-point game as we begin the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And on the ground they go with the running back. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles. In a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
There's Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Alone to the right is Jones. The play clock's running down. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
On third down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say, I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And they'll go ground game here on the tailback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let them.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to look. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So 2nd and 10 here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Breeze. Now a desperation, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Surveying the field. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Breeze. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.